Hello and welcome to round 1 of the 2018 MyDream season. The major news that will impact all teams across the whole season is that the FIA now stripped the 3 practice sessions and compiled them into one 80-minute session. The same goes for qualifying, but the only difference is that qualifying will be only held 80 minutes from now on. Both these sessions will be held on the Saturday of each weekend. The FIA said that this move was done to allow more support races to come into the weekend and give fans more value for their tickets. So 2017 F2 champion Rubens had a tough time for his first few laps around the Albert Park, taking his first India for this weekend, a few skips and spins around the track. Despite this though, Rubens came out and said that the pace feels good and is feeling optimistic for qualifying and the race. Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to a brand new video. And as you can see, we are here for a new series, and welcome to F1 My Dream. So this is a new series that will be going on in the channel, and it's basically career mode, but in a bit of a more crazier way in if you put it in a context. But yeah, so this is basically a dream career mode, fantasy F1 basically. And yeah, so today, as you can see, we're driving around the Force India, taking over Sergio Perez's place. And we are straight away going to head to 5 red lights, and away we go. And it's a good start from us in going side by side with Romain Grosjean into turn 1. Oh, we tapped wheels with Grosjean a bit, nearly could have ended in tears for both of us. But we're going side by side with Grosjean now, and heading in towards turn 2. Who will brake later? Looks like we have the upper hand for now, and we just squeeze Grosjean to the apex and take him down the inside. And that's a pretty easy move from us. But it's not over for Grosjean. No, that's the other half of Magnussen, I should say. And the 2 Red Bulls getting very feisty as well, as Verstappen and Ricciardo going side by side. And looks like the home favorite, Ricciardo's got ahead of Verstappen, and now we're going to dive it down the inside of Verstappen as he gets compromised, and that's the job done for P6. And up ahead, as you can see, there's a scrap between Bottas and the 2 Ferraris here, side by side into the sweeping left-right chicanes. And looks like at the moment Bottas has the upper hand for now, but the Ferrari engine, the very powerful Ferrari engine, going down the straight now. Raikkonen is the 2 Finns basically fighting out, and going round the outside is Raikkonen. Who will come out on top? Looks like Raikkonen has come out on top, and that's a very good move from Raikkonen, I must say, round the outside. And Bottas has to stick behind for now. So lap 2 now. Verstappen's going round the outside, but we squeeze him out a little bit to prevent him going down the outside. And looks like one of the Haas's and Hulkenberg going side by side into the next few sequence of corners. Who's going to brake later? Both of them are not yielding at the moment, and oh, that's very close. And eventually Magnussen has to back out of that move, or else that would be a very nasty crash for him. And Verstappen now getting very close to the back of our car, but we put the ERS up, and we power our way down the straight. So Verstappen has nothing to answer to our engine at the moment, and behind, well, the gap is quite kind of stretching from Grosjean, but as you can see, Verstappen trying to go around the outside. We take the racing line, and he eventually backs out of that, and that compromises his run and allows Grosjean to go around the outside possibly. No, Grosjean brakes early, or Verstappen brakes late, kind of. And then now we are, well, Verstappen's caught up to the back of us once again, well, due to his high downforce Red Bull. The Force India is not really a particularly good car around the corners, as you would think. But Verstappen now trying second time lucky round the outside into turn 1. We're having none of it and defending that position very hard indeed. And will he get compromised once again? Yeah, yes he will. Grosjean now taking the opportunity and trying to go around the outside. This time he's way more ahead this time, but Verstappen still manages to get ahead of him around the corners. So lap 5 now, we're still battling with Verstappen. He's still going around the straight very quickly now this time. Around the outside, third time. A charm, nope, doesn't work for him. And we come out ahead still. And look at the massive train behind us. So we're definitely holding up a train as the two Haas's getting a bit feisty. And I think that's Magnussen trying to go around the outside of Hulkenberg. Now down the inside. Magnussen now has the inside line for the next corner. And yes, Hulkenberg manages to go ahead. But no, Hulkenberg locks up and now loses another 2 spots. And now he's ahead of his, well, just ahead of his teammate, Carlos Sainz. So Hulkenberg making a major mistake there. And as you can see, Verstappen now going for the move on us. Down the inside into the left-right chicane. Who's going to blink first? Looks like Verstappen's going to blink first. We got a compromise run onto this next straight ahead. And Verstappen just gets an excellent run. Round the outside he will go. Will we be able to hang it round the inside? Yes, we will. A bit aggressive in the defending, but I think it's still reasonable. As you can see, it's quite a long train behind us still.
In this lap, push now.
You can see Jeff calling us in this lap, and we still squeeze Verstappen as much as we can. Getting on the grass there could have been a bit nasty. And once again, the Haas of Grosjean's going to try it around the outside. Will he be able to make it stick this time out? He has the inside line for this corner. Can he hang it in there? No, he can't. So he can't find an avenue around Verstappen at the moment. But looks like Verstappen's losing a bit of ground, and they're going side by side down the inside of Grosjean. But nothing going to it this time out. And look at that. Magnussen being a cheeky boy, going down the inside of his teammate side by side this time into the final sector. Who will come out on top? Both of them are quite equal around that swooping left-hander. Around the outside, Magnussen has to go, and we go into the pits to put on a new set of tires as the tires are graining very quickly around this track. And it's a drag race between Grosjean and Magnussen. Looks like Grosjean has the upper hand for now and defends from his teammate. And there's a massive there's a massive roadblock, I should say, as we come into the pits and put on a new set of super soft tires. So at the moment, it looks like we're going to be doing a 2-stop. And Sorokin is also following us in to do the similar strategy. So both me and Sorokin on the 2-stop, we both think the tires are graining way too quickly, and so we're gonna have to push on now and see where we can end up by the end of the race. And now my teammate and Grosjean going side by side. Somehow Magnussen has got ahead of Grosjean, so around the outside of Grosjean, our teammate will go. And looks like it's a clean move around the outside. Very good move from our teammate. And look at the massive train behind us. Grosjean's day is not going to be over. Well, Grosjean's falling like a stone now. And but at the moment, he hangs on for now as around the outside. It's not an easy move to make around that corner. And Alonso and one of the Toro Rossos, I think that is, going side by side. So interesting battles going on here. Will Renault be better than Honda this time out? We'll find out. But looks like, speaking of the two Renaults, speaking of Renault, the two Renaults are battling it out, and Alonso goes down the inside of Hulkenberg and taking the advantage of them two fighting. Will Alonso be able to hang it down the inside into the next corner? He's still there down the inside. And who will come on top? They're still going side by side. The two Renault-powered cars. Who's going to break latest? Looks like it's Alonso that has the upper hand now. Oh, and he pushes Hulkenberg into the wall. And that just allows Hartley, I think that is, to come out behind and try to make a cheeky move. Nope, nothing going through there. And so far, the battle for positions is quite hectic at this first race, I must say. And we're chasing down the car ahead as our teammate now is right up there with the cars of Magnussen, what looks like. And coming into turn 1 now, looks like Kimi is gonna come out behind his teammate, and Ricardo, well, just made his pit stop. So it looks like these guys are running a 1 stop, and we'll be running the 2 stop. So we're gonna have to push very hard here to make the strategy work. As you can see, more battles going on with the likes of Leclerc and Gasly, I think that is. Gasly will have, Leclerc is going to have to go around the outside. And, looks like the other, not Force India, the other Sauber is going to take the opportunity. So Sauber working a treat there, and now going down the inside of the Toro Rosso, puts him in the wall once again. I think we're going to see that quite often in this race. And but Gasly's not done yet. He's going to try it round the outside. This is a very dangerous move, but so far they both come out unscathed. And looks like I think this Williams of Stroll going down the inside of Alonso, is that? Or is that... No, it's Stoffel. So Stoffel still hangs on, but I think I saw a bit of front wing flying off the Williams there, so that might prove the Williams costly, as we are right behind the Williams of Stroll now, and we're slipstreaming into turn 1. There's yellow flags there down to turn 1. Can we make the move before the corner? And there's a massive pile up here. It looks like a pile up parking. Looks like a car park for Tesco or something. So as you can see, the car's completely slowed down, and it looks like at the head of the queue is Bottas or something. Is either Bottas or who's that? Hamilton. So okay, this is a replay of what happened. Bottas coming out of pits, and he's pressed the pit speed limiter button already, and for some reason that the cars behind do not overtake him, even though he is going slowly. So they all slow down into turn 1, and they all just line up in formation basically, and here we come around the outside of everybody we overtake. That just pretty much gave us P4, I want to say, or P5. And look, there's a massive kerfuffle going on here. It's as if Bottas is the safety car or something. And yeah, Bottas is stuck in the pit speed limiter. He can't disengage that.
Reduce your pace.
And now this has triggered the VSC. So looks like Bottas has a control electronics failure, and this results in everyone getting held up. Verstappen's race is wrecked as his front wing is gone, as well as some other cars. And yeah, Bottas is just huddling around in 80 kilometers per hour.
Raikkonen's taken the lead.
And there, speaking of Bottas, there he is, and that is quite dangerous, I must say. We're going quite quickly around this circuit, and I'm not sure what Bottas is doing or what Mercedes are thinking of retiring him possibly, but we're gonna gloss over that. But we defend aggressively against Ricardo as he goes round the outside of us. We're not giving up this position, and round the outside he will go with the better aero of the Red Bull. We tried to go down the inside, but just didn't have the grip basically. But in the end, Ricardo's not really our fight, so we're not gonna... Or I say that, and he gets completely held up by Bottas.
It's all over.
Bottas... Ricardo's definitely not happy about that, as you hear by the team radio. And yeah, Ricardo's gonna have to chase us down once again for the second time. So, well, this time Ricardo's gonna... be very quick, I assume, and he's going down the straight now. We defend the inside line. Will he be able to go around the outside? No, he doesn't. We defend the inside line, and that's pretty easy defense, I must say. And again, look at this. Bottas is holding up the cars behind, and Hamilton is crashed into the cars ahead because of Bottas holding them up. And as you can see, I'm not sure if Hamilton sustained any damage from this, but as you can see, Raikkonen just smashes into the slow-moving McLaren.
Just moved into first place.
And we lose the back end into the next sequence of corners. Ricciardo now going round the outside, possibly down the inside now, and again into the same section of the corners. Ricciardo comes up on top.
Keep on him. He might make a mistake.
But as you can see, into this turn 1 now, yeah, Bottas is still going out slowly, and this is the front wing of Hamilton, and this is the front wing of Vettel. Vettel actually got damaged from that incident, so could there be interesting tactics being played by Mercedes as we're going around the outside of Ricciardo into turn 1? And I must say, that was a pretty nice move as Raikkonen goes into the pits. And this is the position change for the lead. Hamilton going round the outside of Sebastian Vettel. And that's a job move done. And Hamilton into the lead of this race. So Ricciardo going round the outside of us this time once again. Down the inside, I should say. As so we both make contact there. And I think I saw Ricciardo's front wing flying off a little bit. So, but we both went side by side. But Ricciardo is falling back quite a bit, as you can see, and Bottas is still continuing to hold up cars, and I think that's Van Dorn, I want to say, or is that Alonso? I'm not really sure, but yeah, as you can see, his teammate's coming along, and he just gets out of the way nicely for him, and yeah, you could question the tactics that Mercedes are playing at the moment, but enough of that. Lap 20 now, Ricciardo is still fighting with us. And once again, look, as you can see, Bottas is coming along. We have the inside line. And Ricciardo once again gets held up for the second time running of this race by Bottas. And again, you can see Ricciardo getting frustrated under the radio. And look at that. The Ferrari's caught up as well as our teammate to Ricciardo now. And this has cost, well, everyone time, basically, as you can see. This is the following corner, and he holds up 3 more cars. This is another one, and Bottas is still continuing to hold up cars left, right, and center. But now Ricciardo and Vettel, I think it is. Yeah, Vettel going at it, and Ricciardo brakes very late there, but still manages to keep the position. Oh, that's Verstappen actually, so my bad. As you can see, Bottas is now holding up Ricciardo once again with Ocon, and Ocon gets smashed by the car behind, and he's into the barriers. So
Virtual safety car deployed. Slow down and maintain a positive delta. Virtual safety car is deployed.
So this has triggered the safety car now. So we are gonna have to slow down basically. So now the safety car is ending, and we're going green flag racing, and this has allowed Raikkonen to close right up to us. As you can see, he's behind us, just right there, and we're gonna have to defend very hard for this position. And look at him, he's going around the outside already. And then our engineer is recommending to save some fuel, and again Raikkonen trying to go around the outside. And you may notice that we haven't made a stop. We have not gone to plan and do the 2-stop strategy. We're now going to the end on the same set of super softs we made earlier on. And now, going round the outside is Raikkonen, as well as Vettel very close behind him. So we squeeze Raikkonen out a bit, and will this allow Vettel to come round the outside? Yes, he is going to go around the outside, trying it. And he has the inside line for the next corner. And that is job done for Vettel. And now he's going to chase after us now. And, well, take turns basically to see if they can overtake us. And looks like Raikkonen... Is that Raikkonen? Yeah, Raikkonen has some serious speed going down the straight now. And he's going back down the inside after a long way back on the start of the straight. And he is now challenging with his teammate, but looks like Sebastian has the upper hand for now. And next lap, Vettel getting very close to our tires there, and nearly could have collided with us. The door was closing, so Vettel still went for it. And now, side by side, the two Ferraris are going to go into the left-right chicane, or very close between Raikkonen and myself, tapping wheels as well as all of us crashing, basically. It could have ended in tears as well as that, as we nearly smashed into the rear end of Bottas. And this battling is just allowing the Toro Rosso behind, the lap car Toro Rosso, as we lock up into the next corner. And that has allowed Raikkonen to get past us, so we're not gonna get. Looks like we're not gonna get second place, but look at that. Vettel is flying down the straight, and we have nothing to defend against that. As you can see, the tires are absolutely shot at this point, and now we're gonna just let the Toro Rosso go, and the tires are absolutely destroyed at this point. And we have nothing to answer against the two Ferraris anymore. With 2 laps to go, as you can see, 77% on the rears. That could explode at any moment now. But we're gonna have to hold on. Final lap now. Alonso, whoa, that's again a close call between myself and Bottas. We just let Alonso go. As there's a yellow flag up ahead. I wonder who is it for. We'll find out soon. There's a red dot stop on the track. It looks like it's for Raikkonen. And there it is, confirmation that Raikkonen is out of the race. And we are now up into 3rd position. We're going to get a podium from what looks like. And this is what happened to Raikkonen. He's battling with his teammate. Good battling between the two Ferraris, as you can see. Side by side into the next corner. And going into the next one. Oh, Raikkonen just has an engine failure, so that's very unfortunate for Raikkonen after having such a topsy-turvy race. He looked like he was going to get a podium after that crazy race he had, but it's not going to be, and he's going to pull off to the side of the track and retire, unfortunately. And across the line now, we are going to come home and take off a podium. We'll take a podium, basically. And that is a very nice drive, I must say, starting from P8. And yeah, so some of the other guys doing very well as well. Like the likes of Renault and, well, Raikkonen still finished at P7, so because the other cars will lap down. But the Constructors' Championship, that's how it looks like. And yeah, so guys, yeah, this is the end of the video and the first round of F1 MyDream. What a topsy-turvy race it has been, I must say. We have crashes, you had mechanical failures, and tough luck for Raikkonen. But this is how F1 works, and yeah, so more drama to come in the next race around France, so make sure to subscribe to the channel and make sure to leave a like as well. And hopefully I'll be getting these videos out every Friday, if not hopefully around the weekend. So yeah, other than that, I will see you guys in my next video. Peace. News just in that round 1 race winner Lewis Hamilton has been disqualified from today's race due to a breach of the FIA technical regulations. After scrutinizing after the race, the FIA investigated the front wing of car number 44, as during the middle part of the race he collided head-on with a car, but there was no damage done to the front wing. Turns out the front wing was made out of materials out of the technical regulations. So all 25 points will be stripped off Hamilton, putting him, as well as Mercedes, to the back of the table. To add more misery to Mercedes' weekend, the FIA have impeded a $5,000 fine for using illegal parts and a further $4,000 fine for failing to pit a car that had a control electronics failure in the race. Mercedes have decided not to retire Bottas in the hope that the situation will fix itself. But as the dying stages were coming, they still decided not to pit him and added a speculation to if Mercedes were using interesting tactics to help Hamilton win the race. So a further 7 penalty points is awarded to Bottas and to failing to see the dangers of his slow-pacing Mercedes going around a very fast track. Such drama already in the first round of the MyDream season. Could there be more to come? We'll find out in the next race in France.